spiritual conversations with all the people here, all these people that I love, and I was just impressed, very similar to the topic that you're talking about. It's like, you just being here is bringing the kingdom. You are bringing the atmosphere of heaven. You're bringing life. You're bringing light. And so just like the last guy was talking about, I need to believe that, and that's becoming more of my believing, more of my life. And what was really fun was the Lord, at the end of the time, put a little mark on it, because my wife was talking with the cook. There's a cook that works there with all our teens, and we have like a dining hall that works there, and the cook's been there for a few years and knows one of my children. And anyway, Linda was talking to her, and she asked Linda, "Is your husband a minister?" And she's like, "Well, no, blah, 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 but we do walk with God." That was her answer. She goes, "Oh, wow, I could really tell, because you're just so full of light and this and that." I don't even know if he's a believer, but I just felt like the Lord was saying, just giving a little wink on that. Just you are in me, and wherever you go, I am, and you're bringing the kingdom. So I thought that was a good little testimony to what you're talking about.
Amen, Craig. Amen. Thank you for sharing that. That is all of what you all have shared is exactly right and true, and obviously, right? How could it not be? One of the things, as I was pondering that, as I've been sitting meditating on that verse, and Lord, how do you define the love realm? He said, his words to me were, "My son showed it to you." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "How?" I mean, obviously all of the ways, right? He showed us how he loved people, how he nurtured people, how he provided for people, how he was source and resource, what judgment looked like through Jesus. And what did judgment look like through Jesus? Provision. He provided resources. He provided food. He provided freedom. He provided forgiveness. He was the manifestation of source and resource. That's what judgment looked like. We've misunderstood judgment to be a result or a punishment for something. And so I was pondering all of that. And then Father said, he showed it to you most specifically when he said, "I only do what I see my Father doing." That's what the love realm looks like. I do what I see my Father doing. And suddenly I was aware that we expect love to be a thing we say, a behavior, right? A behavior, saying the right words, making the right choices, all of the things. And I was reminded, I shared this on Thursday night, I was reminded of our friend Nancy Cohen. I adore her. I honor her greatly, her life in Father. And I remember and I think she shared this testimony many times in different conferences and places I've been with her. So if you've heard it before, please forgive me. Just bear with me as I share it again. Not as well as she can share it, but she was actually someplace in another country, and this country was in war with each other. And there'd been a bunch of people killed, and she was there ministering. And the leader of the group that had gone in and basically killed all the men in this little village or town came into the building, into the church or the building where she was speaking, with the intention of killing her because he had a machete with him. And he was walking up to the front to kill her, and said so. It wasn't her expectation. He said he was coming to kill her. And like Nancy fashion, she didn't move a muscle and just kept talking and just kept sharing with him the truth of Father's heart about this man. And what I found as Father brought that encounter, that testimony that Nancy shared to my mind, several things hit my heart. One, bravery, that you could stand in the face of knowing somebody is walking down the aisle, machete in hand, saying out of their mouth, "I'm going to kill you," and not moving a muscle, but having such confidence in your I amness, in that union, that I am not a nesting doll. I am one. When you've seen me, you've seen the Father. And the man had a litany, probably longer than his arm, of atrocities that he had done to other people, all the things that judgment would have looked like. There needs to be punishment here. There needs to be something occurring, because this man has literally killed hundreds of people that are laying outside of this church building.